Yes, yes, yes. It's Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio. And if you have not subscribed already, please kindly do so by hitting the bell icon. But without further delay, let's get into it. Today, we're looking at Colin Hart's article regarding the Tyson Fury versus Tom Schwartz win. Without further delay, let's get into it. The title reads, "Over-the-top praise of Tyson Fury after Tom Schwartz win is an insult to real fans of boxing." Let's get into it. The article goes on to say, anyone watching the Tyson Fury fight on TV would have thought he had beaten Jack Dempsey, Muhammad Ali, Joe Louis, and Mike Tyson all on the same night. I've heard some tosh in my time, but the insufferable over-the-top praise for Tyson Fury's win over Tom Schwartz by the BT pundits was an insult to the intelligence of every fan who knows the difference between a left hook and a coat hook. My. What made it even more galling was that it cost £19.99 for the privilege of listening to the gushing garbaggio. Fury was 50-1 on. Let's say that again. 50-1 on, for goodness sakes. And after less than 6 minutes, he had left Schwartz a bloody mess, kneeling on the canvas. The spectacle was described as, hold on, let's get the focus right. There we go. The spectacle was described as entertainment. I suppose it depends on how you get your pleasure. But I find seeing someone destroyed in a miserable mismatch a turn-off. Let's put the Gypsy King's victory into perspective. Schwartz was plucked from obscurity for Fury to thrash to make him look sensational in front of an American audience. He's not the first no-hoper to be used as cannon fodder for one of the heavyweight division's superstars, and unfortunately, he certainly won't be the last. Okay, it brings back memories of the Jean-Pierre Koopman fight when he fought Ali 43 years ago. He was so bad Ali leaned over the ropes at the end of the fourth and asked Howard Cosell, ABC TV's commentator, if the network had managed to air all their commercials. When Cosell assured him they had, Ali said, "That's good, because I can't hold this bum up any longer." Oh dear. Let's scroll up. Okay. Fury. We are promised Fury will meet someone ranked in the top 5 at his next fight, but don't hold your breath. The WBO elevated Schwartz to number 2, so it wouldn't be a surprise if the governing body suddenly moved another stiff from number 50 to 5 overnight. My. Number 50 to number 5 overnight. I found a perfect fit. Tyrone Spong ticks all the boxes. He's a Florida-based Dutchman who's beaten 13 nobodies, 12 by KO. To ingratiate himself further with our American cousins, Tyson walked into the Las Vegas ring wearing an Uncle Sam Stars and Stripes outfit. To continue the Yankee Doodle theme, his promoters and BT should remember Abe Lincoln's words. He said, "You can fool some of the people all the time, and all of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all of the people all of the time." Damn, that was a mouthful. Let me read that again. Abe Lincoln said, "You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all of the time." Wow. That's the first time I've actually read the quote properly. Wow, that's a heavy quote. That's a heavy, heavy, heavy quote. Okay, so let's get into my assessment of the article. I think it's a very good article, very accurate. The WBO shifted Schwartz up some 48 places just prior to the Fury fight. And certainly it fooled some people. You've had many, many people out there talking about, oh, but he's number 2 ranked in the WBO. That's because he was moved up artificially by the WBO once they got the nod and the word that Tyson Fury wanted to fight him. Don't get it twisted. This was a low-ranked fighter in Tom Schwartz. 51 to 1. 50 to 1. Those were the odds. You had to put 50 pounds on to get 1 pound back. That's crazy. And that shows you the level of opponent that Tyson Fury was in with. And now we have talk from Bob Arum that they want to get Tyson back in there with Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. But why is that? Is it because they really want to make the fight? Is it because they really want to make the fight, or is there an ulterior motive? Where's the article? Did I have the article? No, that's the other article. Oh, this is the one that I was looking for. As we know, or many of you will know by now, Tyson Fury sold somewhere in the region of 9,500 seats in the Grand Garden Arena right here. Now let's look at the capacity for the Grand Garden Arena. 17,157 seats. Of that, Tyson Fury managed to sell half, or fractionally over half. So you see, there's been a lot of spin, smokes and mirrors regarding the fight. The fight was actually a flop. And with Tyson Fury being reputed to have an $80 million deal with ESPN, we can see that that fight would have been a loss leader. A loss leader. Poor sells. And when we get the BT, or if we get the BT numbers for the pay-per-view, don't expect it to be good. You see, Tyson Fury, he needs to fight someone other than a bum. Don't like to call any fighter a bum, but Tom Schwartz had no business whatsoever being in there against any form of top-ranked opponent. He belongs down in the 50s. Down in the 50 zone, the 50 ranks. In the rankings. He's being moved up to WBO. Rank number 2 was artificial inflation. Artificial inflation of his talent and abilities. He clearly demonstrated that he does not belong in there with any of the top boys. He is not a top boy. Let's get that perfectly clear and perfectly straight. So now, Bob Arum, let me get my words out right. Bob Arum is choosing to use the possibility that Tyson Fury will be in there again with Deontay Wilder next as bait. That's the new bait on the hook. Always use the right bait. That's the new bait on the hook. Is it likely that he'll be in there with Wilder next? Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. Wilder scheduled or reputed to be in there with Ortiz next, but we have no date, no arena, no agreement. So one can only surmise It's very possible they're using that, the wilder side are using that to fend off talk of Dillian White. That's what it appears to be doing with the aid of Mauricio Suleiman, president of El Presidente of the WBC. Smokes and mirrors, my friends. Smoke and mirrors. Stop the shenanigans. Get Dillian White in there ASAP. And then carry on with your nonsense. Shucking and jiving. Ducking and diving. What say you? What should happen next? The landscape is a mess. Pure smokes and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors. Ducking and diving. Shucking and jiving. Let's get some real fights going on. Some real fights. It's Raphael Dawkins. It's Combat Radio. It's the like. It's the subscribe. It's the comment. It's the share. And click that bell icon. It's Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. And I'm out.